In this third installation of Alchemy of Souls Season 2 Countdown, we will discuss the shadow assassin Naksu, the beautiful killer who goes around Daeho beheading mages. She was nicknamed Naksu because of what happens when she appears, heads roll. Naksu, whose real name is Cho Yang, was once an innocent girl with a loving father, Cho Chung, who worked in Cheonbugwan as an astronomer. The most influential leaders of Daeho killed him right before her eyes, or so she thought. She was taken in and misguided by the epic manipulator Jinmu to become an assassin to avenge her father's death. Hence, the reason she goes around Daeho beheading mages. She spent years in isolation, honing her skills and mastering the different elements and levels of power. She became a fearful strong mage that made mages shiver at the mention of her name. She was given a life-threatening wound in her epic show-off with Park Jin, the leader of Sungrim. When she aborted the scene of the fight, Park Jin's men went in search of her. She rushed into an inn, performed the Alchemy of Souls, and entered Mutiok's body to escape Park Jin's men. What's confusing is that she chose someone else to possess, but instead, Mutiok, who we later learned was Buyun, the strongest priestess of Daeho and daughter to Jin Ho Jiang of Jinyuan, showed up. We hope the Hong sisters explain why Buyun chose Naksu in the upcoming season, because Naksu never chose her due to her disability. Now, Naksu wasn't all dark and murderous all the time. She once had a friend and a possible love interest when she was young and isolated. Seo Yul stumbled upon Naksu when she was Cho young and in the process of honing her skills. It wasn't an easy friendship, but they eventually grew fond of each other. Seo Yul would walk miles just to see her. He gave her a bird caller whistle and taught her how to use it. The whistle was one of Naksu's most cherished possessions aside from her sword. Naksu learned of Seo Yul's identity as one of the members of the leading families, Seo in Daeho. She cut him off as he was about to confess his feelings to her. This could be seen in episode 4 when he was about to give her some flowers, but she sliced through them with a sword and warned him to stay off from that day onward, or she would kill him. Seo Yul was her first love, but she couldn't get past his family name. Naksu is considered one of the most powerful mages in Daeho, but no one seems to know who or how she was trained. But we know that Jinmu was able to manipulate her because of what she witnessed as a child and her hate toward those she deemed responsible for her father's death. Jinmu later burned Naksu's original body, and she continued her life as Mutiok, a maid and master to Jang Uk. The twist is that Naksu, trapped in Mutiok's body, couldn't use her powers which she spent years honing because of Mutiok's weak body. This made her agree to a bargain with Jang Uk to be his master and servant, so he could become powerful enough to unleash her dormant powers. Jang Uk being born with the King's Star made it easy for her to train him to great heights in a concise amount of time, although none of them knew that. Naksu, who had only known violence, threatens violence first and asks questions later. She gambled with Jang Uk's life on occasion to push him to great heights. Let's remember when the hard-hearted assassin poisoned Jang Uk so the elders of Sungrim would unlock his energy gate. It worked, but it would have cost them their lives if Hyo Yom hadn't opened Jang Wook's energy gate, thereby saving Naksu. She continued her life as Mutiok, but along the line of training and serving Jang Wook, she fell for him. Being with the mischievous Jang Wook made Naksu seem human again. She learned to love and genuinely care for people. She decided to let go of her lifelong purpose of revenge to be with Jang Wook, but the epic villain Jinmu had other plans. Because Naksu was a soul shifter, Jinmu took control of her mind with Shaman Choi's magical bells. She was made to go on a bloody rampage, thereby killing Jin Utak, Buyun's currently known father, and in the process, she killed Jang Wook, stabbing him through the stomach when he came to her rescue. At this point, she was already petrifying because of weighing her sword again, just as Master Li predicted. And from being revealed as Naksu, she flicked like a dying bulb between being consciously aware and being under a spell. She cried and regretted her actions when she realized what she had done to Jiang Wook, but then succumbed to Jin Mu's spell and ended up jumping into Lake Gyeongkyeondaeho to kill herself as commanded by Jin Mu. This was a sad scene to watch, the way Jiang Wook loved her till his dying breath, the way she cried when she realized what she had done to him. She would have died an unfairly lonely death if she wasn't rescued from the bottom of the lake by the two ladies. As she was dying, Jiang Wook rose from the dead, almost. Just almost like Romeo and Juliet. As for what to expect from Naksu in the upcoming season, expect her to be unleashed in all her glory. Most of us theorize that she must be the light in the forthcoming season, while Jiang Wook will be the shadow. I also subscribe to this line of thought, but we will still see the real Naksu in her elements. A weak body won't bind her, nor will she have to hide who she is. Remember that little scene at the beginning of episode 1? Expect to see more of that, of Naksu being a beautiful badass. She might be the light in the upcoming season, but we will still see some actions from her. What will make this more interesting is the expected love triangle between her, Jiang Wook, and Seo Yo will make this more interesting. Will she reminisce on her first love? Or will she plunge into her love for Jiang Wook? We hope to see all our questions about Naksu answered in the upcoming season. What do you expect from Naksu in the forthcoming season? Let me know in the comment down below. If you like our content, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Tomorrow, we will discuss and predict the cool Seo Yo. Subscribe to this channel to be the first to see our content. Thanks for watching, bye.